Okay, so day 3, becoming a better you, right? For one, thank the Lord for this beautiful day. Oh my gosh, it's 70 degrees. I didn't need a jacket. I just wore the jacket because it has pockets. And my sweats don't. But yeah, I'm gonna continue with the fighting game stuff. I feel like people don't know how to training mode, and like it sounds weird, but like really, like it's a problem. I'm also trying the sideways cam to see which one's better, right? Because I actually hate the vertical, but like it's just so much easier to hold. Anyway, so when it comes to training mode, right? One common mistake I see people make is like they'll talk about how they practice their B.A.B.Ys like a billion times. I'm like, yeah, practicing your B.A.B. is important, but there's a lot more to training mode than that, I promise. There's a ton more. You don't want to just practice your B.A.B.s. There's like, the most important thing is practicing your situations. What situation is most likely to happen, you practice those, and then you branch off from that. So it's like, even with Marvel, right? When I was first starting out, I remember I landed an air throw with Chun, and I was like, in vanilla. And I'm like, what do I do from this? I don't know what to do. I landed a bunch of them, but I had no idea what to do because I hadn't practiced that. So I went home and I practiced that, and from then on, I converted. And with how good training mode is nowadays, you can like practice other situations that you couldn't before. So let's say you're losing to a certain string, like he's doing this string, and I get hit at this place, and I'm looking for a button to beat this situation. And you have that opportunity to practice in training mode. You can set the computer to do that string that you've seen and combat it. It's easy ways to excel. Something as simple as like jumping over a fireball. You could practice that in training mode. You can set whatever character to do a fireball and then DP immediately after, and you can like test your ranges and see, oh, if he does this and this, if he does this DP at this range after the fireball, or if I start the jump early, if I start the jump later, I can bait and all that kind of nonsense. You can practice all that, and all that's really good stuff to practice. Now for my Smash guys, it's going to be a little harder for y'all to practice situational stuff because your training mode just isn't as good as the other fighting games, so sorry to say. That's why having a good training partner is really, really important for Smash. Yeah, just being able to know what situation, what you can do, what in, like you really just have to live out the experience instead of being able to recreate it to yourself in training mode. This is of course like excluding the 20XX guys, because y'all got a training mode which is actually really, really good. But it's still a task to do so, and that's why grinding out all those games is going to be really, really important for the Smash guys. Just yeah, putting out work. It's seeing the situation a million times. You're eventually going to learn something. If you don't, then there's the problem. Like you have to run into the situation and be like, I can't do this. What else do I do? Do something different. Change it. Another really good way to improve is to limit yourself or to handicap yourself. When you're playing a character like Ryu, one of the easy ones would be to not throw a fireball. Or if you're playing Street Fighter in general, one of them is no matter what, even if you know your opponent is going to throw a fireball, or you know they're going to throw a long limb that you can jump over, just don't jump at all. No matter what, don't jump. And I trust and believe when you get to the situation where it's 2-2 or 1-1, last round, last hit, and you're both at a pixel, I promise if you've grinded out a billion first to tens, and during some of them you decided you were not going to jump no matter what, I promise when you get to that situation in tournament, it will be a cakewalk. You've done it a billion times, and it's like, wow, this is actually nothing. I've done this already, and I'm... Period. And again, Smash guys, this also applies to you. You can use not jumping, but that's not as likely. I would use something like don't roll. If for the Smash 4 guys, just don't roll. Try your hardest not to roll at all, not one time during a single single match in the set. Just don't roll at all. And once it comes down to a situation where it's like, if I roll, I die, and this guy's been reading my rolls, then I'm just not gonna roll, and I know how to do it. And are you gonna win every match when you decide to not jump, even if like you're better than the other person? Like, no, you're not gonna win every time, of course not. It's gonna be a struggle, but that's the point. You put yourself through these hard times now, and it'll pay off in the future. Your grinding you'll get something out of this grind, I promise. Stay solid. It's like the episode or every time Piccolo fought, like we fought Raditz and he fought anybody, he takes off the weights. It's like I've been struggling through everything this whole time. I don't need this. You see Piccolo take off them weights and he is ready to go. Then Rock Lee takes off those weights. You see them joints crash to the floor. All that he's been carrying all that the entire time. But now that it's off, it's like this is nothing. Look at Goku doing push-ups in 100 times gravity. Like, it makes things so much easier when like you're ready to do it and you don't have these limits. It's like, wow, I can be set free and now I can go ham and I'm gonna be just 100 times better. Another really important thing is awareness during the match. So it's when you see something happen, you really have to take note. Like, some people actually even write it down. I'm not one of those people, but I know a few people that do. They write down the situation like, what happened in this? What do I have to go home and practice? And when you practice it, you set that situation again and you play for it. You see, what can I do when he does X? Like, when your A loses to their A, you try B, right? And if you try B and B doesn't work, you try C. You don't try C, it doesn't work, you try X, Y, and Z. You use every situation you can or every resource you have available to overcome the situation, and you can recreate that yourself. It's not hard. You can just do that yourself. So when next time you're in the situation and you're aware of this situation specifically, you know, I've done this again, over and over again, so it doesn't matter. I know what to do. This one's gonna sound like really cliche, but I promise it's true. Like, you only fail when you let yourself fail. If you decide that you're not gonna move on and you're not gonna continue to try, that's on you. The only thing stopping you is you. You could continue and try, and once you learn, eventually when you put the time in, you will get it. Like, there's no way you can just fail over and over again and not get it. You'll get it eventually. It's gonna take time. You might be slower than others. It happens. I'm not the quickest learner either, to be super honest. My B&Bs take forever. All right, that's it for day 3. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back with more tomorrow, of course. This is just what I'm going to be doing for a while now. If you really like it, let me know. Let me know what else you'd want me to talk about, all that kind of thing, so I have more to say. If I can connect directly with you, and it's like, oh, what do you want to talk about? Oh, I want to talk about X, Y, and Z. Let me know. Drop a follow, and I'll talk about it tomorrow. Clue.